You're listening to Author Conversations, the Stenhouse Publishers podcast. Student choice is an important part of Writing Workshop. What do you do then when students are unable or unwilling to choose? Mark Overmeyer, author of When Writing Workshop Isn't Working, offers his take on this question.
I noticed over the years when I was teaching, for many years, I definitely used the workshop approach, and I still do. But what I was noticing was that choice wasn't enough to motivate students to write in my classroom. So even though they had open choice often, I had many struggling writers and even some advanced writers who were not happy with what they wrote, or sometimes, especially when I taught middle school, would pretty much not produce anything. So I felt that I had to figure out some ways to help students who were not motivated by this idea of open choice. I think it's changed a little bit in the sense that I still believe that that choice isn't the only factor. I think it's an important factor. I think that one thing in working with other districts and within my own district still, it's a matter of framing the idea of choice to students so that they feel they can be successful within their choices. So, for example, one thing that I noticed, I've been working recently with kind of both ends of the spectrum. I've been working a lot with English language learners, and one of their difficulties obviously has to do with just having the words to write what they may want to write. So choice for them might be within the context of writing a personal narrative. Their choices are partially guided by, are they literate in their own language and can they write in their own language? But also, if they are writing in English, then we have to help them to have enough vocabulary in order to be successful in creating pieces in English. So I've learned a lot from working with a lot of experts in English language learning development in my district about how to help those students to frame their choices. And on the other end of the spectrum with advanced learners, what I've learned is that I think their choices need to be framed in terms of what they can feel successful producing. Because one thing, that the reading and writing processes are so connected, so I often find that with the more advanced writers, what they are picturing that they want to create is a novel or something very, very long. And so I found that by helping students to understand that they can create a story that's a piece of a longer, perhaps novel if that's what they want to create, but a piece of a section of a longer piece, then they feel more successful when they understand that something like a Harry Potter is actually a series of narratives. It's not just one long narrative. It's also can be pictured as a series of short pieces. So I've learned a lot and thought a lot more about what I would say is some different types of learners that I've been working with.
If you'd like to learn more of Mark's approaches to Writing Workshop, check out When Writing Workshop Isn't Working, Answers to 10 Tough Questions, Grades 2 through 5, available from Stenhouse at www.stenhouse.com or through your local Stenhouse distributor. Thanks for listening.